Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's me, Dan, and of course, my lovely wife,
Hello.
Ruth, and we're broadcasting from Pantops, our parsonage here at Church of the Covenant, and we're reaching out to all of you in our Church of the Covenant community and beyond. Just wanted to give some words of encouragement, talk to you a little bit about some things that we could be doing, perhaps, to stay connected. We know that with the coronavirus, everybody's stuck inside for most of the time, or should be, and it can cause people to go a little stir crazy. And also to get a little bit probably depressed or lonely, especially if you're alone. So we wanted to be able to come out to you and show you that we're still here, we're still alive, we're thinking about you, and also to maybe give some suggestions on things that we could be doing. One of the things I was thinking about was the need for one another is great, and I think it's very clear when Jesus was asked what is the uh, well, he tells us what the greatest command is to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, soul, and strength. I think I said soul twice, but anyway, he also just in turn says the same. It's of equal weight. You know, the same love is for how we should love one another. Love your neighbor as yourself, and so there's the idea of vertical love, our love for God, and then also our horizontal love, our love for one another, and they seem to correlate. So the more we love one another, the more we seem to love God, and also vice versa. If we're really loving God, then we love one another, and so it becomes a little bit hard when you're feeling a little disconnected wherever you're at. So we wanted to give some maybe words of encouragement and some ideas of things that you guys can be doing. So I've kind of categorized this here into some notes, and let me share that with you now. And so here we've got some thoughts. So we have the coronavirus and the whole self-isolation thing that's happening, and I know that can be quite discouraging. So I think the first and foremost thing is to try to stay positive. So if you can, just try to keep a positive attitude with everything you're doing. I know for me, some of that has been by listening to music, and I think Ruth, that's kind of what you do a lot of, right? You like to listen to music.
Yes.
What kind of music do you listen to?
All kinds of music.
Do you have what's been most encouraging to you recently?
Recently, worship music.
Worship music. Some of us are partial to perhaps reading books, and so we like to read. And then others of us are watching tons of TV. I think we've binged some things ourselves recently, and so there's plenty of TV and videos out there to watch. But the key is to stay positive. So yeah, I want to stay positive. Also on activities, now all those could be considered activities, but I was thinking more of things to do.
Taking walks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Walks, yeah, definitely good to do either alone or in family units. Keep your social distance, of course, but walking in nature, I think in general, there's a beauty to being connected with God and each other through just being outside some, even though we're not technically together. So, and then maybe on spiritual practices, there's some things that we could be doing more of. What do you think? I think one for me has been meditation, so some time of silence every day. Meditation in silence has been good, but I think also, maybe some reading of scripture. There are lectionaries available online. Just look up the lectionary and you can get some reading suggestions. But I think a big one is prayer, right? And I think praying for one another is probably what we're needing right now, more than anything, and praying for the world, praying for our community, praying for our healthcare workers, praying for all those that are infected, that will be infected. So prayer, right?
Yes.
Okay, now staying in community is another big thing. And so what we've been hopefully working on is some of our social media stuff. And I'm working on getting all that together for everybody so we can stay connected. But phone calls, the old-fashioned phone call is also pretty helpful as well. So those are some ideas of things that we could be doing. Let's stay in touch with one another. Let's call one another. Let's encourage one another, and of course, be thoughtful about each other and our situations and things like that. But one of the things that we want to do is get get everyone more connected. And so we're working on the platforms right now. Hopefully we'll have Facebook is up, but I mean, we're going to try to create more groups and maybe do some teleconferencing. We're not sure, maybe some chat groups, video chat. We're working on things. Instagram, we finally got an Instagram page up. So we're trying to do things to hopefully everyone can stay connected during this time. So that's it for me. Anything additional?
Let's make sure we wash our hands.
Yes.
Constantly.
Practice the good hygiene that we need to stop the transmission of this thing. So yes, keep healthy, stay constantly washing hands, and keeping social distance from one another. Stay isolated in that sense, but isolated physically, but not mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and in those ways, let's stay connected, and we'll get through this thing together. So God bless you all.
Blessings.